Hello and welcome to another video from me, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. It's an open the box and this is my first game from this company and I must say I'm looking forward to playing it. It is Malta Besieged, 1940 to 1942, designed by Steve Carey and published by Worthington Games. And this is a States of Siege game and is held in quite high esteem as one of the best of its kind. And on the cover we can see a nice picture of the George Cross, which was awarded to the island for its bravery. And normally here I say, what's all this about? But on the other side there's just a picture of the Mediterranean because this game is in a sleeve. So a nice picture of the Mediterranean there. And right in the centre is Malta. So we better get the shrink wrap off. So the shrink wrap is off and I've taken the sleeve off the box and now I can say, so what's all this about? Malta Besieged 1940 to 42 is a solitaire game covering the pivotal World War II years in the often overlooked battle for the Mediterranean. You are placed in the role of the Commonwealth commander in the theatre and must utilise every resource at your disposal to fend off unrelenting Axis attacks in order to ensure the survival of the island of Malta. The George Cross was awarded to the island of Malta by King George VI so as to bear witness to the heroism and devotion of its people during the Great Siege. The George Cross was incorporated into the flag of Malta beginning in 1943 and remains on the current design of the flag. So game components, there's a mounted game board, a counter sheet, card deck, convoy board, dice, discs and rulebook. So game complexity, it says is sort of medium, and the solitaire suitability right at the top because this game is solitaire only, ages 14 plus, victory within 2 hours. And here we can see some of the counters and the cards, and this is the convoy display, and the good looking mounted game board. The box quality is lovely, nice looking box cover. I think it's 2¼ inches in depth. So let's open the box. And the first thing we see is this logbook, which I believe, yes, you can record your defeats and your wins and any notes you wish to put. It's a nice little touch. A single counter sheet, quite thick, and these have a linen finish on them. I'm not sure if we can see that, but they're pre-rounded and pre-cut. They're just going to pop out by the looks of it. So we've got the Luftwaffe, U-boats, the Italian, yes, there we go, the Italian Navy, and the Air Force and the Army. Some markers for El Alamein, Tobruk, Malta, military supply, morale and Rommel situations. All the Spitfires are ready. Some DRM, some DRM counters there. That's wonderful, they're just popping out. And if I'm gently turn them over, that's the other side. Next, it's the rule book. So let's have a look at that. The rules come in at 20 pages, including the back cover, full colour, slightly glossy paper. So we've got the game introduction, the equipment, game map, event cards. Yes, there's 3 decks of cards which represent the 3 epochs of the game. Explanation of the playing pieces, how to set it up, and the sequence of play. The event cards themselves, front movement, convoy battles, resources, Yes, these are the three resources along the bottom of the game board, if I remember rightly, which you have to keep up as high as possible. Player actions. Explaining all of those. Ultra. Spitfires. Rommel's situation. So it looks really good. And as I said at the beginning, is held in high esteem. This game, originally published about 10 years or so ago, and has been revamped in this deluxe version by Worthington Games, which looks very nice indeed. Housekeeping at the end of the turn, I suspect. Operation Hercules. Oh, that's when things go wrong, isn't it? Yes. Some optional rules. And an example of play. Great. And a nice picky on the back. Them's the rules. Next we have this, which is the other side of the convoy display. So even pictures on the back of a player aid. And there's the other side. Not sure how all this works yet, but looking forward to it. And then there's the mounted game board. But before I show you that, in the bottom of the box, there's this counter tray to put all your bits and pieces in. And it has a lid. It fits into the box. Wonderful. And in this counter tray, some baggies, a D6, and those cards they were talking about. So let's have a look at those. So, as I mentioned earlier, there are 3 epochs in the game, represented by 3 sets of cards. Each set has got a different colour banner across the top. Here's the first one. And it's Faith, Hope and Charity, the name given to the 3 gladiator fighters. I think they might have been sea gladiators, if I remember rightly, but I could be wrong. So that's the cards for the first epoch. They've got a linen finish on them. I'm, of course, going to still sleeve them. So it tells you how many actions you've got, the military actions you take, bit of history, resources, what happens to those, and your orders. Here's the second set with a different colour banner across the top here. Similar sort of thing. Oh, convoy battle. And the third set. Once again, with everything you need to do. Looks great. That's the cards. Last thing to look at is the mounted board, so let's have a look at that. So here's the mounted map. Lovely looking thing. It's smaller than a standard map, of course. I think it's about sort of 17 by 22 inches. Cards go there, of course. Here's those resource tracks down the bottom here. Sequence of play. A holding box. This is where they're trying to get to, of course, Malta. And if they do succeed, I think we initiate Operation Hercules there. Looks wonderful. Can't wait to play. So this has been an Open the Box, an unboxing of a solitaire States of Siege game called Malta Besieged, published by Worthington Games and designed by Steve Carey. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and you found it interesting. If you did, and you haven't done so already, it would be great if you would consider subscribing to the channel, because that really does help. Another thing that's good for the channel, if you would be so kind, is to push the old like button, the thumbs up of the video. That helps tremendously as well. And if you want to be informed of other content the channel uploads, then push the bell. Leave a comment. As I say, this looks a cracking game, and purely solitaire, of course. But what do you think? I know a few people have got hold of this already. Let me know. I love to read them. Thanks go, as always, to my subscribers. Thank you so much. And just before I go, if you wish to support the channel a little bit further, well, now you can buy the channel a coffee. And those coffees go towards maintaining the channel and enabling it to continue to upload new content. If you wish to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description. And thank you. So, until next time, as always, you take care and goodbye.